go back to our childhood sums, what we see. Typically, we come across the sums which says simplify. When we say simplify, a mathematical expression, a complex expression is there. That is to be simplified. And the process of simplification, we come across certain steps which are mathematically or scientifically defined. We follow the steps and arrive at a expression which is simplified. If you see the top, the starting point and the end point is a simplified version or expression which is very easy to understand by a common man. So there are the methods or steps followed are with innovative thinking abilities, we arrive at a simplified form. In the same manner, in a practical life situation, things are of so complexity. It has been simplified by Maharshi's innovative abilities, innovative thinking. We have been getting a simplified version of life, looking at life. Simplified Kundalini Yoga. What has been simplified or what is simplified? When we see the life, the way of life, the way of living, the entire concept of life has been simplified. Life has been simplified. In order to understand the level of simplification, if we look at the complexity, then we say, or we understand, we appreciate how things have been simplified. In one of the lectures, Professor Muthu was telling, we have been given the notes or extract of the notes. These notes, we are reading the notes like a student. If he is given the notes, he will just go through the notes or formulas. He will remember the formula, goes to the exam, he writes the formula, applies, and clears answers the solution. But the theory behind that formula, how the formula has been derived, these are taught by several saints or several Mahans have come across. Things are described in several epics or scriptures. However, we are just going through the simplified form, which has been told by Maharshi. That's why we are trying to have a comparison of things which have been taught by other saints or Mahans or epics scriptures. Then we can see how things have been simplified. In order to understand the level of simplification or the simplified things, we will look at one materialistic aspect. One of the materialistic aspect is communication. If you look at the communication system, how communication has been simplified, how the life has become so simplified with the help of communication system. Just look at one example. When we see the communication system, it is so fast, so advanced. We were having 2G, then 3G, 4G. Now we are looking at 5G. The frequency of the bandwidth has gone from 25 megahertz, it has gone up to 30 gigahertz. 1,000 times it has got faster. And with the help of these 5G technologies, we have the high resolution communication. Even the robots can be operated, the vehicles can be operated. That is the level of communication. Let us now go into the details of the technology. If we look at the simplification, how life has become simplified with this innovative technology, innovative work behind, but our life has become so simplified. So that is the key, or that is the summary I was trying to say, how life has become simplified with the innovative thinking. If we look back, how was this technology communication before this wireless technology? Okay, this is the example of wireless technology before. Before that, the wired communication. Before that, the communication was through letters or postal system, or this is one. Before that, the communication was through pigeons. And before that, people used to run with messengers, they call it, or runners. The technology or simplification of communication has taken place. We are just using the technology or using the things which have been simplified. We are going with the simplification things which has been now the present one. Similarly, in this life, the things have been simplified by Maharshi. The level of simplification can be understood or it to be realized, can be felt or can be appreciated when we are looking at or having a comparison with the other forms which were earlier a complex form or the other scriptures which are defining those things in a different manner. The level of simplification is the key word that we are trying to see how Maharshi's innovative thinking has simplified. In previous class, we had a comparison of one of the epics where the epics, this epic is trying to say what are the temperaments, what are the qualities a hero or a villain can have, a demonic qualities, a demon with 10 heads or 10 traits. This is what is the one which is depicting the story or trying to say the level of greediness, level of anger, miserliness, immoral lust, vanity, vengeance, ego. These are the qualities the demon had. On the contrary, the hero of the epic was completely having a divine qualities. He had the opposite characters: contentedness, tolerance, charity, chastity. He maintained chastity throughout, equality, and forgiveness. Finally, the human being, without those premises, proved to be divine. This is what is the summary which was being conveyed through that big, long epic. But Maharshi simplifies that, says that with these contentedness, these qualities, temperaments, human being can be divine without those three blemishes. So this already we discussed in one of earlier lectures. Let us look at the other scriptures or other the saintly, the holy books, what they are trying to say and how Maharshi summarizes those in a simplified manner. When we say life has nothing but a physical body. Life is only there when we have a physical body. Physical body with life is the combination. Physical body is the basic carrier or essential carrier for life. So without physical body, life cannot on its own survive or sustain. Human body is the basic vehicle that activates or that continues the activities in life. And the basic feeling, perception of pain and pleasure is experienced by the physical body. The other perceptions like pain, pleasure, peace, ecstasy. Peace and ecstasy, we don't see in body. We say, man ko shanti mile, peace of mind. So these are the factors experienced by mind. Pain and pleasure is the one which is experienced by the body. When man finally goes, we say, unko atma ka shanti. But pain and pleasure are the things which are experienced by the body. The same concepts, pleasure and pain, this can lead to disease. Why? And next comes the physical body. What is this physical body comprised of, or how the physical body is working? Physical body works with the concepts of circulations, the basics of physical body, and circulation of heat, circulation of air, circulation of fluid or the blood circulation, and circulation of life force energy. That is what Maharshi says. The entire physical body is circulation of this. Any imbalance in the circulation would lead to overconsumption or excessive consumption of biomagnetism. This biomagnetism, when consumed beyond the possibility of supply, then comes the short circuit or cells getting damaged. That is what the initial stage will be pain and subsequent stage will be disease. So this is what Maharshi says. You take care. What is the solution? So this is the theory. Okay. Maharshi gives the solution. Solution is you have to go through simplified steps or exercises. Physical exercises can be done by anyone from age 8 to 80. There's 7 aspects of exercises: hand exercises, foot exercises, neuromuscular exercises, eye, makarasana, massage, and acupressure. These are the 7 exercises which have been given as a solution to maintain the physical body. Second aspect. In order to maintain the physical body, one has to have intake energy, that is food. For food, what kind of food, what quality of food, quantity of food, and the timing and when to eat. These things have been defined in Kaya Kalpa. So the clear solution, simplified solution has been provided to ensure physical body healthiness, simplified exercises, ensuring a life, maintaining Kaya Kalpa, that will take care of life force energy, that will take care of the enrichment of life force energy, and it ensures the current and future generations also, because the life force energy, vital energies, when we are taking care by Kaya Kalpa, that ensures the current and future generation healthiness also. This is what is the summary of physical body. Let us go to another simplified aspect of Marcy. After the physical body, when we have the physical body, what comes? Body with life. Then comes the aspect lifestyle. Lifestyle. So when a human being with a physical body and life goes through a lifestyle, billions of human beings are there on this earth, and no one is having a similar with other. Everyone is having a different lifestyle, or they are at a different strata of the society. Someone at the very downtrodden, someone at very high lifestyle. So there is a difference in the lifestyle of all these billions of humans, and there is no harmony between. There are several billions of people. Not one is not in harmony with many. Okay, why? Why this anomaly? Maharshi explains this with a simplified answer, saying that the philosophy of life, that is the answer for having this such anomaly. All these living beings, they pass through 6 stages: 3 needs, 3 protections. Human beings go through another 6 stages: 3 virtues and 3 levels of development of knowledge. Only human beings have the ability to achieve or reach the final goal, the divine goal. And for that, one has to pass through the 3 levels of development of knowledge. One is faith, the understanding, and realization. Maharshi says, in simple words, faith is nothing but the child where he listens to elders, or a child following an elder instructions. That itself is called a faith, or that is called bhakti marga. Sorry. Gradually, a person develops bhakti marga, and from the bhakti marga, he gets enlightened with association from learned masters. When he gets associated with learned masters, with the initial acceptance of faith, then comes, or his knowledge level grows. That is called bhakti marga. This bhakti marga is nothing but just follow the learned masters. That is what Maharshi has simply put. If you see the other epics, there are several chapters, there are several slokas. They call it Bhakti Yoga. In chapter 12 of Bhakti Yoga, the devotion path, follow the path of devotion. That is what explained by to have various spiritual disciplines that summarizes, that absorb your mind in the divine. the complex slokas, all those things from Bhakti Yoga, summarized, simplified by Maharshi, saying that you follow the path of divine. And with the gradual progression from Bhakti Yoga, one will be able to understand the laws of nature, understand the divine concepts, understand the awareness of cause and effect, and the basic requirement, do not harm anyone. Once these divine concepts are understood, then the Jnana Marga or the knowledge is developed. Subsequently, this is what has been told in chapter 4, Jnana Yoga, that talks about supreme truth. Multiple couplets, multiple slokas describe how spiritual knowledge can be received on the paths of action and wisdom. However, Maharshi says, simply follow the Bhakti Marga, then go through the Jnana Marga. Once Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga are understood and practiced, automatically the final destination of Jnana Marga is realization of truth or realization of consciousness. That is the ultimate aim or ultimate object of any human being. So this is what the philosophy of life or lifestyle should be, that after you follow the basic needs, basic protections, the three virtues, follow the path of Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga, and that ultimately lead to realization of truth. That should be the lifestyle, simplified and mentioned by Maharshi. Now, with a body, physical life, and physical lifestyle, what comes? Comes the feelings, perceptions of pain and pleasure. This body is subjected to feelings of pain and pleasure. The moment we say pain and pleasure, pain can be bringing certain temperaments, pleasure will be bringing certain temperaments. Pain, the moment we feel pain, we get angry, or we have the temperament of vengeance. Pleasure, the moment we have pleasure, there comes the factor called greed. Greed for more pleasure, greed for vanity, showing off your pleasure or pleasurable possession, greed for immoral sexual passion, greed for vanity. So these are the 6 temperaments which are rising out of the feelings of pleasure and pain, the 6 temperaments. With years of research, simplified solution by Maharshi is, we know these temperaments are part of the life. The temperaments of greed, miserliness, immoral sexual passion, vanity, anger, and vengeance. But how to overcome? Where is the solution? Maharshi says the solution to those 6 temperaments are, just convert the temperaments into your good qualities. For example, greed to be converted to contentedness. You will remain satisfied, contented with what you have. Miserliness, develop the sense of charity. Immoral sexual passion, counter it with maintaining chastity in life. Equality, instead of vanity, show equality. Anger, become forgiveness. Okay, so anger with peace, and vengeance, just develop the sense of forgiveness. So with these, contentedness, tolerance, chastity, charity, equality, and forgiveness, this gives the person overcome the temperaments or overcome the feelings of sin. This is what has been explained in several epics, several slokas or several Puranas, saying that you practice Ashtanga Yoga, you practice Vijnana Yoga, the knowledge of supreme truth. So this is what has been taught in several epics or explained. That put simply, simplified by Maharshi, saying that you maintain or overcome your temperaments by practicing the 6 virtues, which can be practiced to take care of to overcome or to manage the temperaments in your life. Next, when we look at These physical body with a lifestyle, living a philosophy of life and having some temperaments. These are subjected to some actions or activities. These actions or activities will introduce sin imprint. What is that sin imprint? Any activity, whether it could be any action or it's just a thought or a word or a deed, these things will have some effect. Every act, whether it is a thought, even thought can be considered to have a sin imprint, because Marcy says even thought can get implemented or executed. One can say, I just thought of thing. We have not done anything. It is just a thought. It is not having any action or word, but still thought can get implemented. That's the reason thought, word, or deed can have a sin imprint. What is sin imprint? Or there can be several scriptures, several epics which can describe about sin. Simply sin. Anything, any thought, any word which can harm others is sin. That is what Marcy simply says. Anything that can be of any harm to anyone at any point of time is sin. That will have a sin imprint. These sin imprints or sinful deeds will be introduced, and once these imprints are stored or activities taking place, that will continue to be with that person forever. So this has been described by Marcy saying that there are three aspects of sin imprints. One is sanchita karma, which is coming from the past. Other one is prarabdha karma, which is coming from the present actions. And akamya karma, which is coming from the current actions coming in future because of the present actions. So these are the three types of sin imprints, which has been simplified and conveyed, that Maharshi says these are the three imprints. But this is not just a theory. We have this theory, but how to overcome? We have the sin imprints, whatever under pressure, under ignorance, or under different actions, simple sin has been committed or sin has been recorded. Okay. How to overcome? In order to overcome the sin imprints, Marcy says the three simple steps. One is expiation, the second one is dissipation, and third one is neutralization. Expiation is sin has been committed, sin has been recorded. You overcome or you do some activities to take care of or to counter the sin. That is expiation. For example, one has to taken food excess. Okay, if you are fasting the other next day, it is taken care of. So that is the kind of expiation activity. By doing charitable deeds, virtuous deeds, or doing good jobs, the sin which has been done earlier can be expiated. The other form is dissipation. How to dissipate? Some sin is imprint is recorded. Dissipation is by constant positive thoughts. Constantly, we are replacing the negative imprints with positive thoughts. So that negative imprint is overcome or dissipated by presence of positive thoughts or positive impressions. So the positive imprints will be dissipating the negative imprints. This is dissipation. Third one is neutralization. Sin imprints are there, has to be neutralized, completely neutralized. Neutralization is by following a constant path of realization of divine. Once we have a focus on divinity, we forget about rest of the things, just divine. And with the realization of divine, there will be no other thought present. So whatever thoughts were there or whatever sin imprints there are completely removed, eradicated. So that is neutralization. There will be no positive, no negative, nothing, only divine realization. So that is the form of removing the sin imprints. So these are the three steps. Sin imprints will be there. To overcome sin imprints, the solutions provided by Maharshi is expiation, dissipation, and neutralization. So these are the three simple methods provided. Now, We have the physical body with the life, we have a lifestyle, we have some temperaments, and with these temperaments, we develop some sim imprints. What are all this finally leading to? That is leading to these, everything is experienced by the five senses. That is nothing but the truth. Five senses have been developed as a sense of or as a reason for the biomagnetism to be understood or to be uh, experienced by all the living beings. Human being has the special quality, even sixth sense. These five senses have been an act of divinity or the almighty or the truth. When we say the divine being or the primordial state or truth, everything refers to same. Everything refers to the almighty or the divine. The total consciousness is omnipresent. It is there everywhere. That is what Marx tells in a simplified form. In the tiniest form, as well as the vast celestial bodies. These things function by the definition called order of function. Order of function, nothing but the pattern, precision, and regularity. All these things we have come across during all our lectures and things. So what we are trying to compare is how simplified it is compared to the other forms of expressions or scriptures or other Puranas, what they are telling. This tiniest particle cannot be split further. So that is what is called the divine particle or divinity. This is the link. This tiniest particle or divine particle is, or the light force energy, that is the link between the perceptible senses, perceptible world, and imperceptible Brahman. That is the link which is connecting all the things, whether it is we are seeing an absolute space or what we are seeing the tiniest particle made up of. Everything is ultimately that is the divine truth. Pressure, sound, light, taste, and smell. These are the senses which are functioning because of this particle or the energy from this particle, the biomagnetism. The effect of biomagnetism is felt, experienced by in these forms: pressure, light, sound, sense, and taste, smell, as a form of conversion of biomagnetism and perceived through these senses. In one of the epics, we say Vishwarupa Darsanam. In the epic says Vishwarupa Darsanam. What is trying to say or what is trying to show is anything and everything in this Vishwarupa is part of act of divinity. That is what Marx is trying to say. Absolute is completely an act of divine. That is the divine truth. Similarly, in one of the epics, we see a small child is being asked by his mother to open his mouth, show what is in your mouth. And the child opens up his mouth, and the source, the entire universe is there. Again, Marx says the absolute space, truth, is nothing but that is what is the divine, that is what is the absolute space. So the entire truth that has been simplified, conveyed by Maharshi, saying in the form, this is what is the divine, this is what is the absolute truth. With knowing the physical body requirements, lifestyle, what to live, the temperaments, how to overcome the temperaments, the sin imprints, how to overcome the sin imprint, the truth, five senses, what is to be done or how should we approach, that is called karma yoga. Finally, Marx says the do's, what is to be done, described in karma yoga. Karma yoga means action, harmony, harmonious action, karma yoga, or virtuous acts. There are various scriptures we talk about karma yoga, karma sannyasa yoga, karma yoga. These are the various chapters with slokas describing that. Maharishi simply puts karma yoga as two aspects. If you are thorough or knowledgeable about two aspects, then your karma yoga is taken care of. One aspect is gratitude. Second one is awareness. Gratitude. If the gratitude, what is gratitude? If you are knowing or having the gratitude about the benefactor, someone has done good to you. If you recognize that, yes, I have been benefited by this, or he is a benefactor of this activity, then the gratitude, act of gratitude is you have to repay him because of his gratitude at any point of opportunity. Whenever there is an opportunity, you repay him with that. That is the act of gratitude. And once that is understood, one act is done. Second act comes awareness. What is awareness? Awareness of the consequence of actions. One has to be aware on the consequence of actions, what he is doing. If he is aware of his consequences, if the consequences are not harming anybody, forget about doing good. If the consequence is not harming anybody, then it is done, taken care. So if we look in a cyclic manner, any action is not doing harm to anyone. First thing, awareness. You are aware that your every action, thought, deed, words are not harming anyone. So that is done awareness. Second one, if someone is doing good to you, you repay in the form of gratitude. If same thing is done by every human being in this universe, finish. There is nothing, no pain, no discomfort, no miseries, no sufferings. So because everyone is doing good, not harming other one. If at all someone has done good, that is being repaid with gratitude with another good work. So this is what is Karma Yoga simplified and put together by Maharishi. By doing something, okay, there are slokas which say the karmanyevadhikaraste ma phalesu kadachana, you do not have expectations. No. Maharishi says, yes, expectation, there will be expectation. What is the definition or what is the expectation to be classified? For expectations, if there are expectations, there would be failures, and expectations are not met, will be leading to failure or miseries. How to control that or how to measure that? The formula for that is you develop your judgment on 4 aspects. One is the aspect on the need for expectation. Is it really needed that you are expecting? Need for expectation. Second one is quality. What you are expecting, the quality of expectation, to what extent you are expecting. This much quality or this much is the quality of expectation. You should have a judgment on your quality of expectation. Quantity, how much quantity? Now we are coming to the year end. At the year end, October, November, when we are having performance, my expectation is high. I am expecting something of high ranking or high performance evaluation. Is it justified? Is it expected to that much of quantity? So quality, quantity, and time. I have seeded a plant here. I am expecting the fruit next week, next month. No, it has its own time. So there are 4 aspects: quality, quantity, time, and the need for expectation. If these 4 senses or judgmental ability on these 4 factors are understood, then there will be no expectations beyond the required one. That takes care of no sufferings, no failures, and no expectations beyond the feasible things. So that is how one can take care of do his karma yoga and limit your expectations with the defined judgment ability. So this is the theory. Okay. How can one develop that ability, judgmental ability? We have to develop that judgment ability so that we will come to know what is to expect, how much to expect, and how much quality to expect. This can be done by simplified Kundalini yoga practitioners constantly having meditation, introspection, analysis of thought, leading a virtuous life that does not harm anyone. So this is how the karma yoga can be practiced successfully and can be implemented effectively. Same karma yoga talks about selfless duty of a man in 2-3 chapters. These are all long things which are explained. Moksha Sannyasa Yoga summarizes the path of karma and jnana yoga to move to union with God. So these things have been summarized and simplified by Maharshi in these 6 steps. We will just try to summarize. Greatest truths are the simplest. The sky can help or provide means to a blissful life. The innovative things from science make life comfortable, but simplified Kundalini yoga makes life blissful. And with practice of all the 6 things, physical body, ensure your body is fit, do physical exercises which are simplified, follow the lifestyle, ensure bhakti yoga, jnana marga, and realization of truth, control your temperaments, eradicate or cleanse your sin imprints, follow the senses, control the senses, follow the path of the truth, do your duty continuously, following the recommendations from Karma Yoga. This is what is the science of unified living. That's what Maharshi says, the entire universe, when we are living, this is the science of unified living. Ultimately, the whole world, whole universe will be a blissful place to live in. That's all. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. That's it.